Boston University football players come from everywhere, but in 1993, this team came out of nowhere. It was a season beyond description. It was a season beyond imagination. Hi, I'm Doug Brown. How does a team go from worst to first? After a 3-8 season in 1992, scholarships were cut. Players were told they could leave here, no questions asked. They decided to stay. Players and coaches decided it was time to make a difference. It was time to respect the red. The season began with an explosion of offensive power against Maine. 5 BU possessions, 5 touchdowns, and that was just the first quarter. The Terriers have started very quickly here today. Zach Burwell in the backfield. Doherty is back to throw with time over the middle. It is complete to Jason Andrade, and he is going to go 79 yards for a touchdown. One of the BU captains was getting his first taste of playing offense. Mike Pedoni had spent 2 years on the other side of the ball.
Chris Vincent would say to me, Mike, it's not going to always be this easy. I go, okay, and we sit back down, 21-0, 28-0. Come off the field, Mike, it's not always going to be this easy. 35-0. Mike, really, honestly, it's not going to be this easy.
Jason Andrade is the lone wide receiver to the right. Doherty, the quick drop, flares it into the left flat for Henderson. Forget it, touchdown! Parnell Henderson was wide open, and he could have walked into the end zone.
We had put a couple, three strong weeks in of practices. Now it's coming together. And that's something that we hadn't been able to do maybe till the end of each season in the past 3 years, at least that I've been here, and since Coach Allen's been here. Now we started off with a bang, and literally it was a huge bang.
The defense made it look easy, too. Boston University 45, Maine nothing. Captain Paul Francisco couldn't help but think back to the last game against Maine 10 months earlier, a 40-11 loss in Portland.
I just remember going into the locker room with my head down because I was really embarrassed. And I remember hearing the Maine players, jubilant, just singing their song and just making noise and knocking on our wall. And Coach Allen said to us, guys, listen to that and remember that.
Head coach Dan Allen made changes for 1993. Players trying new positions. Assistant coaches teaching new positions. A new defense, now a 4-3. And on offense, not just the run and shoot, but the no-huddle run and shoot. Among the new players trying to blend into the program, a group of junior college transfers.
When I got here and met the players and the coaches, I knew that there was something special that could happen.
The first quarter of that first game was indeed special. For Doherty, it was special statistically. 220 total yards, he threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 2 others. But for the team, it was special emotionally.
We were so pumped up that game, and I don't know what it was. It was just an explosion. I mean, it was just a great way to start the season, and it really showed. It was a great, it was foreshadowing for the rest of the season.
In week 2, the Terriers rolled into Worcester and rolled right over the Holy Cross Crusaders. Doherty and Henderson again led a potent passing attack. But in this game, senior superback Zach Burwell reminded everyone why it's called the run and shoot. With 179 yards on the ground, including this season-high 61-yarder, Burwell had his biggest game of the year. And the Boston University offense, nicknamed the Red Gun, fired up 706 total yards, the second biggest day in school history. The Terriers were rolling up points at a dizzying pace. But when they came back home for a Yankee Conference test against UMass, BU's first score came with the offense on the sideline. Reamer standing at his own goal line. And it is blocked by Carlton Myers. The ball loose in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston University. Junior strong safety Pablo Rodriguez sparked the Terriers. After the defense held UMass to 3 plays and out, the offense roared downfield for a quick score. And it seemed that Boston University might be headed for a 3rd consecutive blowout win. This time, though, the script would be different. Trailing by 21 points, the Minutemen took only 3 plays to score after the second half kickoff. With UMass threatening to get into the end zone again, junior cornerback John May made the big play. May would end the season second on the team in both total tackles and interceptions. That pick deflated the Minutemen, and when Carlton Myers topped off his day with this 34-yard touchdown catch, the Terriers were 3-0. People were starting to take notice.
The biggest obstacle for us was also getting the respect of one another. And that goes beyond even earning the respect of other people outside the program. And I think that was one of the biggest differences that we had from last year to this year, was earning the respect of each other as teammates and counting on one another.
Fossey led the BU defense in tackles, and he had a remarkable 20 against UMass. Fifth-year senior cornerback Todd Farrell, back with the team after major reconstructive knee surgery, had 17. There's an old football truism. Most games will come down to just 3 or 4 big plays. By week 4 against Villanova, the Terriers were proving that they could make the big plays, seemingly on demand, and they were making a lot of them early. Check your watch. It pays to be on time for BU football. On 2nd and 8, Carnell Henderson lines up in the slot to the right. 4 wideouts in the pattern. Doherty rolling right, looking to throw. He's going to go for the whole thing to Jay Hobbs. He's open. Touchdown, Boston University! Pretty pass. Doherty avoids a hit in the backfield. Now he'll go for it all to Carnell Henderson. Touchdown! Carnell Henderson catches a 50-yard touchdown pass on 3rd and 33. In the first quarters of the first 4 games, BU had outscored its opponents by a combined 80-0. The defense took over in the second quarter against the Wildcats. Senior defensive tackle Paul Lodano sacked Villanova quarterback Eric Pearson in the end zone, the first BU safety in 4 years. And junior cornerback Chris Helen, who'd intercepted a pass in the first quarter, got 2 more in the second. Helen would go on to lead the nation with 12 interceptions for the season, second only in BU history to the legendary Harry Aganis. In the fourth quarter, after Villanova had pulled within 8, the Terriers showed another characteristic of great teams, the ability to respond. John May's kickoff return gave BU great field position, and they began a clinching touchdown march, a drive almost exclusively on the ground, thanks to Doherty's extraordinary scrambling skills. A short touchdown pass to the team's leading receiver, Jason Andrade, sealed the win, the 300th in BU football history. And this BU team knew how to win. With each passing week, new heroes were emerging, and confidence was growing. Robert Doherty was simply one of the catalysts.
He has that refuse to lose attitude, and he's